You know, the more I look at this guy's face, there's something about his face that just makes me want to slap the you know what out of it. I mean, it just is. But, what this man has done to Kell Brook, it should be a criminal act. Hmm. Stay tuned. The coach is going to explain. Can anybody explain this? Why do these guys keep watching these videos? They know they don't like this channel. They too stupid not to watch the videos. Explain. 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 Coach Shelton Harrison putting all you know to shame. Haters in my comment section can't stand my name. Say you hate my videos, but your watch is still the same. Nothing else to do because your life is just lame. You a troll like that, a simp like that, a wimp like that, so fat like that you a blimp like that. I don't give a piss. How you gonna explain this? Get what you think, cause this is my channel. Forget about your feelings, cause the truth is hard to handle. Tick, 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 tock. Popcorn, pop, tart, fart. Leave a racist comment and you will get blocked. Coach Shelton Harrison, there never be no comparison. You're live on the show, sit back and have a listen. And that's just the way that is. All right. LDBC, this is your boy Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Okay, folks, so, Eddie Hearn, I would actually vouch and stand for Eddie Hearn at certain points, man. But, Kell Brook, we were cheated out of the best versions of Kell Brook. And I blame Eddie Hearn for this, okay? I blame him for this. We were truly cheated out of the best versions. Because when Kell Brook fought Errol Spence, I actually thought Kell Brook was winning the fight. And I think, still, in my opinion to this day, I think Kell Brook would have won the fight if the issues with his eye would have never popped up. Kell Brook was doing extremely well against Errol Spence Jr., and you can definitely see that, Kell Brook's skill level. He's a good fighter. It's just his body won't let him do what it needs to do. And, you had people even saying Kell Brook was a coward for quitting. And, man, I'm going to tell you what really aggravates me. Is that this man, Kell Brook, went in there. He battled 11 rounds, okay? He battled hard 11 hard rounds against one of the best knockout artists in the game, okay? And, because the man took a knee because he couldn't really see out of his eye, people calling the man a coward. Like, it's crazy. Some fighters would have fought through that. Some fighters would have kept going. But, he got help. And I still believe that had Eddie Hearn not have actually, had Kell Brook fighting Gennady Golovkin. Now, I know that it was Kell Brook's decision overall to actually fight. At the end of the day, Eddie Hearn didn't twist his arm and say, okay, you better fight Triple G. He didn't do that. But, of course, it was an offer that Kell Brook can't refuse. And, of course, it was a lot of money. So, Kell was like, okay, the benefits outweigh the risk. And that was Kell Brook thinking. Kell Brook gambled. Which, I'm like, okay. But it was stupid, man, because we were cheated out of the best versions of Kell Brook. And I know Eddie Hearn probably told him, hey, man, let's get this money fight here with Gennady Golovkin. You beat Triple G. Then you go in and fight Errol Spence Jr. and then we make more money. See, guys like Eddie Hearn, they know how to spin the dream, right? They know how to do it. They understand. Eddie Hearn understands pimping, okay? He's a pimp, okay? Eddie Hearn is what I call the modern day version of a legalized pimp. And he pimped Kell Brook on this one, okay? He did. I mean, he sold Kell Brook the dream. Kell Brook bought on a dream. And, Kell Brook was like, okay. But, Kell didn't anticipate him fracturing an orbital bone. And that's what happens when you put a guy who's a naturally bigger guy. Triple G is a naturally bigger guy than Kell Brook. And, you had all these people trying to, justify the fight. No, man. This fight, it should have never happened, okay? It should have never, ever happened. And, not even Kell Brook even getting a single fight to acclimate to the weight class on top of that. See, this right here, Kell Brook, it was almost like failure was imminent, okay? The failure of Kell Brook was imminent. And then when I get in here and see Kell Brook fight Errol Spence Jr., you see some of Kell Brook's most beautiful work against this top fighter. It shows you how good Kell Brook is. Had Kell Brook never fought Gennady Golovkin, in my opinion, I think Kell Brook would have defeated Errol Spence Jr. I think he would have won the fight. Because Kell was doing a lot of great things, man, stylistically, that was giving Errol Spence Jr. some problems. It was a tough fight for Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. couldn't do what he normally did. Kell Brook is a physically strong person, man, extremely physically strong. And so he really made Errol Spence Jr. work, man. I'm talking about he made him work. Nobody in all the Errol Spence Jr. fights has made him work like that. And Errol Spence had to dig deep, man, because those right jabs that Kell Brook kept popping him with, it was like, you know, Errol Spence Jr. was trying to adjust to that, man. But Kell Brook was having success that whole fight. You know, it was a close fight, but I still had Kell Brook not have damaged his eye. Had he never fought Gennady Golovkin, I think Kell Brook would have won the fight. That's just my opinion. But I do believe that this man, Eddie Hearn, the pimp, and that's what I call him, he's a pimp. Okay, he's a straight up pimp. And, you know, he pimped the situation. Eddie Hearn saw a way to make some money, some good money. And, you know, I'm looking at his Matchroom stable. You know, Triple G used to fighting bums anyway. You mean out of all the people at Matchroom, you know, there was no bum that you can put him in there with instead of putting him in there with your top welterweight? Like, at the time, I was like, this don't make sense. There are a couple of other middleweights that he could have put in there. There are a couple of super middleweights, you know, that could have made a weight adjustment. They were there. Like, why wouldn't he even put those guys? Eddie Hearn was looking to make the quick money, man. But everybody know Triple G fight them bums. He could have sold that fight. They could have hyped it up. And he probably would have got less for somebody else fighting Triple G. But at the same time, man, I don't think Tom Laughlin and would have been upset about that. Hey, here's another bum that Triple G can knock out. Eddie Hearn messed up on this one. Now, you know, Kell Brook got 2 damaged eye sockets. See, you know, now when you have a history of getting hurt and injured, you know what's going to happen? See, it's inevitable. Now people are going to be attacking those body parts. They're going to be attacking those eye sockets. They're going to attack them to no avail. And I hate to say it, I like Kell Brook. It sucks, man, that this is, as boxing fans, this is how we're being treated, man. And then, you know, what pissed me off is that they're trying to insult our intelligence to try to say, hey, this is a tough fight for both of these guys. But see, people don't get that the weight matters. I mean, we just found out with Guillermo Rigondeaux and Vasily Lomachenko. We just found out that weight matters. We found out with Kell Brook that weight matters. Triple G weight matter. And you know, you had all these GGG fans running around here talking about, yeah, man, but, you know, Kell Brook is the same size as Gennady, and, you know, they weigh the same, but, you know, the bone structure. GGG is a naturally bigger, you can look in this promo ad right here. Gennady Golovkin is naturally bigger than Kell Brook. Yeah, Kell Brook got more skill than Triple G, but over time, and the longer a fight weighs on, okay, GGG's weight advantage is going to take precedence over Kell Brook's skill set. Eddie Hearn is a pimp, man, and you know, I can see if he even did this to a bum in his stable, but he did this to his top welterweight. Like, you know, you're a promoter. That's why, you know. And then I'm sitting here thinking, did Kell Brook have any kind of advisor? Did Kell Brook have an advisor to say, you know what, man, this is a pretty dangerous fight, and you got to move up 2 weight classes, you know, to fight the guy. You know, injuries are imminent. Like, the injury is imminent in this fight, and you could have a career-ending injury. Like, did nobody even think to tell him this? What about his trainer, bald-headed Dominic Ingle? Did Dominic Ingle say, hey, you know what? You got to move up 2 weight classes, you know, to fight the best, so quote-unquote middleweight, or, I'm sorry, 160-pounder. You got to move up 2 weight classes to fight the best 160-pounder. Like, nobody brought that to Kell Brook attention. Like, you know, it baffles me the amount of ignorance that just, you know, went into making this fight. And nobody really said much about it. Oh, this is a good fight. No, I was one of the ones that said, you know, he's fighting a welterweight, y'all. I don't care how big you say Kell Brook was. He's a welterweight. See, I feel like as a fan, I'm cheated. I'm cheated out of the best version of Kell Brook because of this idiot. Because of this fruity fecal amount of fruitcake. This popcorn Pop-Tart fart. Eddie the Pimp Hearn. That's his new name, man. This guy, he's a UK pimp. I don't know, guys. If you know, mothers and fathers, you got a young boxer, don't let this man pimp your sons, okay? And he'll probably, if your daughter can fight, he'll pimp her too. Guys, I'm disgusted. And I watched that fight, man. One of the best fights I've ever seen is Kell Brook versus Errol Spence Jr. That's one of the best fights of 2017, in my opinion. But I felt like I was cheated, man. Kell Brook didn't get to the end. I was cheated out of that by one man and one man only. Okay? Eddie the Pimp Hearn. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you again for messing up another great moment. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe.